We're so used to being owned in some way, shape, or form, but no one should own you. No one should own your actions. No one should own your creations but you. You shouldn't walk into a company and say, I'm going to make this record. They give you an advance. Then for the tenure of the entire time that your album's out, you're working to pay back that advance. Like, no bank.
It's illegal.
It's illegal. No bank gives a company a loan to start a company and walks away with the trademarks.
It's illegal.
Walks away with the
patents.
Walks away with the patents. Walks away with the product, and owed the founder somewhere still paying off that and borrowing future earnings against future earnings
against his patents or his trademarks
to try to get it back, but they don't never get it. You don't need to do that.
You know, I've made so many damn videos about record deals being worth it, the record industry, the music business, all these things. I've made dozens and dozens of videos. Yet, y'all still want deals. So, you know what I started thinking? You know, it had to be me. It had to be because I've never been signed. I've never been inside the major label system. That is the reason that you think that a record deal is going to save you. But here you got Steve Stout and all his credentials. You got Pharrell and all his credentials telling you the exact same thing. When are y'all gonna wake up?
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond.
My name is Dorian from Group82University.com, and right here we got Pharrell and Steve Stout asking, are record deals worth it? Before I get into are record deals worth it, make sure you hit like, it's free. Make sure you share, it's free. Make sure you write some comments as I'm whistling, sheesh, it's free. Make sure you do all that. I've been watching a bunch of videos about how to get your YouTube and your Instagram videos popping, so now I'm implementing all this shit because I want to make sure that my shit gets popping too. So make sure you press them buttons. But are record deals worth it? I don't know what else y'all want at this point. I'm gonna break down how the music industry kind of works in a synopsis. Those y'all don't know what synopsis is, put the definition up there. And I want you to see where a record label could help you for the cost that they're charging you. So the first thing you need to do if you want to make music is you need to actually make music. So you need to know how to produce music. Back in the 80s and 90s, studio time cost a lot of money because ain't nobody have them big ass analog Quincy Jones mixing boards in their crib. You had to go to a professional studio. Well, now we have all that on our computers, and you have it on your phones, and you have it on your iPad. So you can produce and make the music at home. So you don't really need to pay for $1,000 an hour studio time or whatever Michael Jackson's playing Quincy Jones back then, because you can do it all at home. So if I don't need all the money and I can do it at home to make the music, what do I need a record label for? So production of the music, we don't need that. The second thing that a record label really helped you with was distribution. When your music was done back in the day, you had to get it in front of people. You had to make sure that it was somewhere where they could buy it. So I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. The record store I grew up going to off 86 in Michigan was called Karma. That's where we went. Sometimes we went to Best Buy, sometimes we went to Target, but more likely than not, I was buying my records from Karma. Right wherever you're from in America or in the world, and what's the name of the record store that you used to buy your music from? Rest in peace to all the record stores out there. And it took a very sophisticated and complex logistical system for a record label to take your music that's on a CD and put it into every store in every major market when the day that your album came out to maximize sales. That's not something you could do overnight. So they absolutely were needed for that. But guess what we got now? We got online distributors like United Masters that will upload it for you. All you gotta do is press a button and it's on everybody's phone all over the world for a very cheap price. So that takes away the distribution aspect. And the final thing that record labels used to really help with is marketing and promotion. They would put you on the radio. They would put you on Total Request Live. For those y'all don't know what that is, shout out to my 80s babies, 90s kids, TRL. They would put you on 106 in Park. They would put you on Rap City, on what's the show with Donnie Simpson? They called him the Green Eye Monster. I can't even, Video Soul. They would put you on there because they had direct relationships, and the more that you were in front of people, the more people heard your music on the radio as well. That is how you were able to market and sell more merch and go on tour, blah, 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 blah. That was worth the cost because it was impossible for you to reach as many people as a record label could with their relationships. But guess what we have now? Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Reddit, Pornhub. We got all these places where you can upload your content and you get paid when you do this. You can put your music out and you get paid when people play it, and it can reach people all over the world. For those of y'all that are new to me, I call my male fans ducks, my female fans swans, and the entire community is called the pond. Like I told y'all, I'm from Naptown, but the pond is all over the world. Wherever you from in the pond, write in the comments so people can see. And I'm doing all of this from my office in my crib, and I'm getting paid to do it. I'm getting paid to talk about my music. When you are with a record label, you are paying them to talk about your music. And it's not an upfront fee. You're paying them in perpetuity. You're giving up equity. How much sense does that make? Someone make that make sense to me. Why? Why would you do that? Well, every major artist done it. Drake and J. Cole and Jay-Z and Kanye, and they're not as big as the independent R&B. Y'all don't even make no sense when you say that. They came into the game in a different era. They didn't come into the game with the social media that we have. They didn't come into the game with the United Masters and all these distributors that we have. They didn't come into the game where it was very easy to create your music like it is today. Some of them kind of did, but most didn't. If you want to go the major label route, there's a way that you can actually do that, and you can talk to people who are in the industry and they will guide you on that. But if you want to go the independent route, it is much easier for you to get your money. It is much easier for you to have control. It's much easier for you to retain ownership. When you are in a major label system, you are a worker. You're an employee. You have a job. They're convincing you you're an entrepreneur, but you're nothing but a damn employee. When you are an independent artist, you are a business owner. You are an entrepreneur. So if you're somebody that wants to maintain ownership, why in the hell would you give up equity of your company that early on? It makes no sense at all. As Steve South said in the interview, these deals are illegal. Listen to the business structure. We're gonna sign you, we're gonna pay you in advance, and you're gonna have to work that advance off while we go and make 20x, 30x off of your product. We own the intellectual property, and you're in debt to us for 20, 30, 40 years. If you wanna be a slave the rest of your life, you go right ahead. The pond's not for slaves. Dorian Group 82's not for slaves. Everybody who I rock with is not for slaves. We're for entrepreneurs and people that want to take control. If you're somebody that wants to take control of your music career, like I did, how I got millions of streams, I charted number one on iTunes, you need to sign up for my course, How to Market Your Music on Social Media. We have a free mini course where you can go and check it out to see if you like it. Go to group82university.com, click the link in the bio. But I'm telling you right now, I take 6 years of music marketing lessons and I give it to you in 6 weeks. There's no reason for you not to sign up for this course if you're trying to be an owner of your career. If you want to be a slave, the fuck out of here. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.
Group82university.com.